Golden pieces of chicken sizzling in the wok. Dried red chilies tantalizing to the taste buds. Chunks of potato soaking up the rich flavors. The wok quiets into a bubbly simmer. Meat and vegetables blend into a rich and fragrant soup. Flat white noodles slide into the bubbling pot, soaking up the rich flavor. Now it's time to take a bite. Pieces of tender chicken coated with sauce, chunks of potato soft and seasoned to the core, chilies bright and fiery, noodles chewy and full of flavor. This, my friends, is Dapanji, or big plate chicken, one of Xinjiang's most famous dishes. Hello, I'm Huang Rui, and welcome to another episode of Tales on a Plate, a bonus mini-series of Chinese folk tales. Now, after hearing these fantastic tales from Xinjiang, don't you want to pack your bags and just go? Well, in case you do, big plate chicken is an absolute must-try. This dish isn't quite what we call a centuries-old traditional recipe, but it does have a rich story of its own. One that began on a highway in the far northwest of China, in Xinjiang. At the northern foothills of the Tian Shan Mountains lies a small town called Shawan. Back then, Shawan was a key stop along the transportation route. Trucks rumbled through on their way to Urumqi, Ili, and Altai. Drivers stopped here to rest, eat, refuel, and get ready for the next stretch of the steppe. With so many travelers passing through, the town was abuzz with activity and business. Tiny inns, restaurants, and busy shops were ready to serve those who lived on the road. Passers-by were always hungry. They needed food that was hot, hearty, and quick to eat before they got back behind the wheel. That's when the idea of a big plate meal began to take root. In 1987, a cook named Li Shilin opened a small restaurant in Shawan. His specialty? A spicy chicken dish cooked in his signature style. It was absolutely flavorful and very filling. And word spread fast. One day, a group of diners came in, hungry after work, and ordered chicken. Instead of bringing out several small dishes, Li simply piled everything onto one huge platter. The workers dug in. They laughed, they ate, and they wiped the plate clean. Other customers were amazed by the hearty way they ate and wanted the same. "Give us the same big plate too," they said. And from that moment on, the name stuck. Big Plate Chicken. The fame of the dish spread quickly along the highway. At noon, long tables were set up on the sidewalks, packed with drivers hunched over steaming platters. The air was thick with the smell of chilies and rich sauce, the sound of chopsticks clinking, and the buzz of conversation. Truckers carried the taste home with them, retelling the story in towns hundreds of miles away. Soon, big plate chicken restaurants popped up across Xinjiang and in places far beyond. Over time, new twists were bound to appear. In Shawan alone, there now exist dozens of variations. Some swap green beans for potatoes, others add pickled vegetables, mushrooms, or glass noodles. Today, More than 1,000 restaurants serve big plate chicken in Shawan, employing over 16,000 people. There is even a big plate chicken cultural festival, a stage play called The Story of the Big Plate Chicken, even a film in production. What began as a roadside meal has become a superstar of Xinjiang cuisine. And isn't that the magic of food? It starts as a way to fill your stomach, but can become a story that travels, grows, and connects people across time and distance. Like a folktale, it changes a little each time it's shared, enriching the flavors of the past and carry them into the present. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Tales on a Plate. In our next stop, we'll dig into another Xinjiang classic, Shou Zhua Fan, the legendary lamb pilaf. Stay tuned.